Are you curious about how video on demand VOD streaming platforms make money? Well, you're not alone. This video will answer some of your most pressing questions about this subject. Now let's begin. People are increasingly cutting the cord and switching from traditional television to live on-demand video. The rationale for this is straightforward. Internet-based video delivery is more accessible, less expensive, and of higher quality. Many users have a variety of providers to pick from because of the progress in VOD technology and the burgeoning VOD business. Today, there are hundreds of streaming services, each with its own set of features, perks, and advertising content. With the rise of VOD consumption, a growing number of streaming providers and publishers are building and monetizing VOD apps to compete. According to a recent survey, more than a quarter of American families use an OTT app every day and have at least 5 OTT subscriptions. So, despite the fierce rivalry, there is enough room for everyone. So how do these companies generate cash by monetizing VOD services? What are the most effective VOD monetization strategies? How do you know when you're ready to launch a video on demand app? These are a few of the questions we'll address in this article. How does this work? VOD stands for Video on Demand, which is a video that may be viewed whenever the viewer desires. This can be accomplished by either the viewer downloading the video to their device for later viewing or by directly streaming the video from an online source. This differs from traditional broadcasting, in which the viewer can only see their video at a set time and on a device that has a satellite or cable connection. Pay-per-view broadcast of movies and live events over satellite and cable connections were the beginning of video on demand. Fast forward 20 years, and with the proliferation of mobile devices and high-speed internet, VOD has totally shifted to the digital world. How does VOD streaming platform earn money? There are different video monetization model classifications, which are based on how the rights holder earns a portion of the income versus the methods used to present material to viewers. The following are examples of these models. Number 1. Transactional Video on Demand, TVOD. The transactional model is a rental in which the customer pays a certain fee to have access to a content unit for a set period of time. The pricing point may be somewhere else. The pricing point may be somewhere from $1.99 and $15.99, with a time frame ranging from 48 hours to 30 days. The transactional model's delivery technique is EST, or electronic sell-through, also known as DTO, download to own, which offers a digital sale with permanent, unlimited viewing. Amazon, Vimeo, and iTunes, as well as Cinema Now, Blinkbox, and Vudu use this concept. A customer might, for example, pay a price for each movie or TV episode they watch. TVOD is divided into two categories: electronic sell-through, EST, which allows customers to have permanent access to content after purchasing it over the internet, and download to rent, DTR, which allows customers to have a temporary access to content after renting it. The Apple iTunes Store and Google Play Store, as well as VOD rental services supplied by multi-channel television, in example cable or satellite providers, are examples of TVOD services. Premium Video on Demand, or PVOD, is a version of TVOD which allows customers to access video on demand content sooner than they would have been able to otherwise, often feature films made available alongside or in a place of a traditional release in movie theaters, but at a much higher price. A version of the model was tested in 2011 by American satellite TV provider DirecTV under the brand name Home Premiere, which allowed viewers to rent select films from major studios for $30 per rental as soon as 60 days after they debuted in cinemas, compared to 120 days for the regular TVOD window. This version only lasted a few months. PVOD made a return during the COVID-19 pandemic and the resulting global closures of cinemas. Certain films that had already been released, including The Invisible Man, were quickly also released on VOD platforms for a higher rental price than usual, while other films, including Trolls World Tour, were released simultaneously on PVOD and in drive-in theaters, or in some cases, directly in PVOD only. In most cases, these PVOD releases are offered through the most of the same platforms as traditional TVOD, but at a higher price point, typically about $20 for a 48-hour rental. This offering has again been branded as home premiere by some studios and platforms. Disney used the September 2020 release of the live-action remake of Mulan to launch a related model called Premier Access. This requires customers to pay a premium fee of approximately $26 to $30, depending on country, on top of a subscription to the Disney Plus streaming service. But they retain access as long as they maintain their subscription. For Mulan, this was effectively a 90-day rental, as the film became available to all Disney Plus subscribers at no extra charge in December. The pandemic has contributed to a transformation in movie distribution in favor of PVOD over traditional movie houses, as studios are able to realize 80% of revenue through PVOD versus 50% of traditional theater box office receipts. Theater owners from AMC and Cinemark to IMAX and National Cinemedia have all experienced serious financial loss due to the shutdowns. Number 2. Video on Demand, VOD based on advertising, AVOD. The AVOD monetization model is continually evolving with options such as skippable or non-skippable content, full screen or bucketed content, pre-roll, mid-roll, or post-roll content, and a variety of additional forms. Video advertising services like Google AdSense, AOL One, Yumi, Videology, AdOTube, AuditTube, Spot Exchange, and Brightroll provide a media buy or ad exchange without a sales team. If an aggregator is used, the ad money is split between the platforms, the rights holder, and the aggregator. The majority of partnerships are 70-30 or 50-50, with YouTube giving a 45-55 deal in favor of YouTube and Vimeo offering a 90-10 deal in favor of the producers. Number 3. VOD subscription, SVOD. This subscription model is increasingly popular thanks to Netflix, given that the company started with a transactional model similar to that of a DVD. This model has become legendary due to how it has come to define streaming. The usual subscription fees has been set at $8.99 to $9.99 per month. Price wars are raging in several countries, with prices ranging from $3.99 to $5.99. Hulu Plus, Amazon Prime, and Netflix presently dominate the industry. With similar providers like Mubi and Fandor gaining traction, Netflix does not publicly reveal data, although some excerpts claim that $5,000 commissions for a 2-year non-exclusive license are common, with a negotiable range of $10,000 to $20,000 being considered average. It's also possible to reach a big but extremely rare $50,000 agreement. Netflix can pay anything from $500,000 to $1 million for signature tentpole commissions with star performers or driven by studios. Payments are usually made every 3 months, and performance metrics aren't made public. Number 4. Hybrid video on demand. Even if it goes beyond VOD, there are 3 other features worth mentioning about this mode. TVOD and SVOD are combined in hybrid options by combining physical technology with the VOD platform. Sony's PlayStation Vue, Xbox Live, Crave TV in Canada, Roku, and Sky TV in the United Kingdom provide a different viewing experience. Other self-funded platforms such as Dot Studio and FilmBuff allow content creators to upload their work and gain access to marketing platform and hosting services. Number 5. Near video on demand. Multi-channel broadcasters using high-bandwidth distributions methods such as satellite and cable television use near video on demand, or NVOD, as a pay-per-view consumer video approach. Multiple copies of a program are shown on linear channels at short time intervals, usually every 10 to 20 minutes to provide convenience for viewers, who can watch the program without having to tune in at the only scheduled time. Number 6. Push video on demand. Push video on demand gets its name from the fact that the suppliers pushes the content to the viewer's set-top box without the viewer asking for it. Several broadcasters employ this technique on systems that lack the connectivity and capacity needed to give genuine streaming video on demand. Push VOD is employed by broadcasters who want to optimize their video streaming infrastructures by preloading the most popular content to their customers' set-top devices. If a customer requests one of these movies, it is already on their DVR. A push VOD system stores a selection of content on a personal video recorder, PVR, which is often broadcast in spare capacity overnight or all day at low bandwidth. Users can watch the download content whenever they want without having to wait for it to buffer. Because push VOD is reliant on the viewer recording content, options may be limited. Selecting the most effective VOD platform provider. Do you want to create your own VOD platform? Then you'll require the assistance of a fantastic video on-demand platform provider. There are many different VOD solution providers on the market, but it is crucial to choose the correct one that matches your business objectives and aligns with your content strategies. A good VOD solution provider should have all the latest technology and features, as well as being future-proof. You'll be able to stay relevant and scale up in the future if you have a strong IT infrastructure and a reliable distribution network. Furthermore, if you want to make money from your VOD platform, paying attention to the payment gateways and monetization strategies will help. Finally, the service must fit inside your budget, as the streaming and content creation industries require significant upfront expenses. Last thoughts. Businesses can benefit greatly from video on-demand streaming. However, understanding how VOD streaming providers make money might be perplexing. However, with careful planning and investment, you may undoubtedly achieve more success. Meanwhile, between 2020 and 2026, traditional TV transmissions is expected to shrink at a compounded annual rate of 1.5%. That means VOD is the greatest option for you, especially if you want to start making video content. We hope you enjoyed and learned something from this article. Are you prepared to profit from VOD streaming platforms? We wish you every success on your adventure. Do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, press the bell icon for informative content. Hope to see you in good health.